Thanks for coming to watch Dish It Out. I've had a lot of things on my mind lately. Man, I wish sometimes I could just like hook up, like put a hat on and all my thoughts just be written out on paper. It'd be so much easier than trying to like capture those thoughts as they whiz by you, you know what I mean? Especially when you're in the middle of doing something, you can't stop to like go write it down. When I was in the shower earlier, I had a very Duncan Trussell-y, I'm gonna call it, type of thought. So imagine that all of the thoughts that we have, all of our ideas and our imagination and things that we think of, they all come from one pool, okay? And it's just like, picture like a golden stream that runs over all of us, and it's just one continuous stream. It's all connected, and all we have to do is reach out and grab an idea, and then we find a way to express that idea, and then therefore that's why other people like can relate to it, because we all feel from that same pool of ideas. And going even a little bit more Duncan Trussell-y, one could even say that that essence in itself, that energy of creation, of ideas and manifestation, is what we are made of. And we created ourselves through our own manifestation. We are our own God. Think about that. See, most people, you can read people. It's called body language, right? That woman in the beginning of Forrest Gump, that black woman, she's a nurse. She sits next to him, and she's the first one he starts chatting with. And you can tell she has no interest in what this guy's saying. She's like, okay, this guy's retarded. I just want to fucking get on my bus, go to work or go home, wherever she's going. Get the fuck away from him, right? Now, if he had, like, you know, the mental wherewithal to understand that body language, we never would have heard his story. And that's another fucking shining example right there in the limelight about how people don't give a shit about mental health. And she was in the health field. And I know that's a movie and it's totally fictional, but it's not that far off from the truth, right? Why we all loved Forrest Gump? Because it pulled from everything that we can relate to. So my husband and I say that as one word. My husband and I are about to switch roles. That's right. I bought a strap-on. Okay, I couldn't fucking say that straight with the straight face. I've been applying to jobs. I mentioned that before, and he's gonna be a stay-at-home daddy. So we'll see how that all pans out. But I'll make you a bet. For one, I don't think he's going to watch this episode before it happens. Two, I bet he's going to be such a sweetheart to still leave me all the dishes here so I can continue my podcast. And that's going to be his reason. It's going to be as an excuse. And I'm like, sure. Okay, honey. And I'll let you know when he does that. Because he definitely fucking will. It's okay, he could do the kitty litter again. Oh, another weird thing that popped in my head when I was in the bathroom getting ready. Forgive me if I say this wrong. Culture appropriation? I think it's appropriation. So basically when somebody of one culture dresses or imitates or does something that comes from a different type of culture. And like how there's so much hate going on about that right now. And I think when I first heard that term, I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Oh, okay. And then I just fucking described it. But then I thought, what's the problem with that? We've been doing that since fucking man has learned that, hey, you got that over there? Cool. I got this over here. Let's trade. That's what we do. We trade. We learn from each other. That's fucking growing. And as this world becomes smaller with the internet and flights and the ease of accessibility around the world and communicating with each other, of course we're going to blend what we find to be interesting and enticing from one another. So what's wrong with that? That's like if someone comes to Canada and it's wintertime and they change out of their sandals into winter boots and put on a winter coat. We're not going to be like, hey, you're culture appropriating with us. You're not Canadian for real, so you fucking take that off. You're not Canadian. No, we wouldn't be like that. We'd be like, it's fucking cold, eh? You need a pair of mittens? I have an extra pair in my closet that my grandma made you can have. And we'd give you some mittens because that's what a good person would do. I don't know. I don't hear too much about culture appropriation in Canada unless I'm just fucking blind to it and don't I don't let things bother me if I don't feel them worthy of bothering me. Maybe that's a part of growing up, eh? Learning what to waste your energy on and what's just not fucking worth an ounce of it. Yeah, that's why I put on comments here. My hubby was like, are you sure you want to put comments on? Like, some people can get nasty online. Let them. That's cool. They don't agree with what I'm saying. They can express what they fucking think different. The positive comments, I would be more than happy to reply to those. I think I've realized there's two different types of people. There are types of people who like to pretend that everything's perfect. They strive for that perfection in life. They watch people who they think are perfect and they put them up on that pedestal. It's like, yes, I want to be that shining star. Those are the, and I don't mean to be fucking spread any hate, but I'm just gonna be straight up. Those are the Kardashian lovers of the world. Then there's people who accept the imperfections and embrace the crazies and the people who fucking love the weird oddities of this world. Those are the people who interest me. I guess that's because I'm probably one of those weirdos too. I don't know. It's just I find it so weird that like I don't want to get in and talk about the Kardashians because just fucking saying that names. Can't believe they became so big, such American royalty for fucking like you encouraged your daughter to do a sex tape? Like, you're going to hell, lady, if there is such a place. That is crazy. That's fucking dark shit. And everyone's like, yeah, okay. That seems cool. What? That's your fucking baby. Your baby is spreading her ass for the world. And you're like, yeah, alright. Go for it. It'll make us money, honey. Damn. Where's your heart? It's funny the memories that come flooding back to you at random times, eh? I was just thinking about working at Giant Tiger back in high school, and the one day I was working in the back room with Shayna Suter. She was always such a sweet girl to work with, very funny. Very quiet though, but I like to make her laugh. I told her about how when I was young, I had a speech impediment, and I couldn't say my R's, and that was the worst one that there's still a few words I can't pronounce properly. Even now when I speak, I'm consciously thinking of where the R's are, and I'm like thinking about where my tongue is landing in my mouth to make that sound. It's so fucked up. Something I've done like since grade 1, because that was the hardest one for me to get past. When I was young, there was other words and letters I couldn't say, but that was the one that stuck the most. Anyway, I was telling her about that, and she's like, well, what words can't you say now? And I'm like, well, the worst one is hanger. So she's, of course, doing what everyone else has ever done, which is try to coach me through the word. I can say hang. I can say But when I try to put them together, hanger, it just doesn't roll off my tongue normally when I'm speaking to somebody. I opened up to her and I told her about my vulnerability of how I can't pronounce that. And we started talking about and we started like joking about it. I'm like, well, I could probably use that as like, is a handicap of mine, right? Because I can't pronounce it. It's something I just can't get past. It's a physical handicap. I'm like, do you think I could get a parking pass? And she starts laughing like, all I gotta do is get out of my car and just start saying the word hanger. And I'm like, oh, okay, she needs a spot. She's not quite right. And I'm like, if they need physical proof, I'll just pretend I got one stuck in my coat. Hanger. She was like falling off her seat laughing. That was a good time. That was probably one of my favorite jobs, definitely, working at Giant Tiger during high school. My friends and I, we called it GT Boutique. Sure enough, that got spread around in our store. We worked in Dunnville, Ontario, and eventually they came out with bags that said GT Boutique. I'm like, that's because of us! We started doing a lot more decorating around the store of displays, merchandise, and stuff. And I remember one summer there was a display with a blow-up whale. It was summertime, and it was up on the ceiling, and there was like beach balls and stuff around it. I'm like, hey guys, and I go underneath it. I'm like, go, Willy, go! And then I did the spoof from, it was on The Simpsons where Willy lands on Jesse. So I continue. I'm like, no, I pretend he's crashing on me. Oh no, sorry, I was about to. But as I'm going, go, I noticed there's about 4 faces I'm looking at. I want to say Daisy, Leanne, Alicia. I can't remember who else was there. Maybe Shayna that day. And anyway, none of them fucking say anything. I turn around. I see my manager, this old man, Tom, with glasses, balding. I'm not sure if Tom's still around or not. I can't remember his last name. He just walks up, sees me, shakes his head, and turns around. And I turn around like, you guys didn't tell me he was there. What the fuck? I'm sitting going, go, Willy, go! My manager walks up, sees me acting like an ass. Foot and mouth number fucking 441 by then. So anyone who's met me, if you think I was odd, yeah, I've always been like that. Always been a fucking idiot sometimes, and I'm very flexible, which makes it easy to put my foot in my mouth. I used to chew on my toenails when I was a kid. No, I didn't really chew on them. I definitely do remember sucking my big toe, though. I was practicing. Just kidding, that's gross. I would never suck my man's toes. He does mine, but I don't suck his. I know that's totally double standard, but there are things he'll do to me I will not do to him. It's just the nature of the beast. Well, that's it for me. Time to take the little one grocery shopping. Woo! So, anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, okay? Love you. Peace.